There are movies that make it glamorous, like Catch Me If You Can, Bonnie and Clyde. But the real-life pursuit of a fugitive takes a lot more man-hours than the 90 minutes on the silver screen. And emotionally and mentally, it is draining for the hunter and for the prey. And thankfully, I have both with me tonight. Joining us now is forensic psychologist Dr. Michael Bork. He is the former Chief Psychologist for the United States Marshals Service. He created the Behavior Analysis Unit for the Marshals. It was his job to help find fugitives like Brian Laundrie and Seth Ferrante. Seth spent 2 years on the run after faking his own death rather than face the consequences of going to prison for 20 years plus and having to rat out his friends for drug dealing. He was on the US Marshals top 15 most wanted list, but today he is the writer-producer of the documentary called White Boy about a drug dealer named Rick Wersch, currently streaming on Netflix. Seth, can you identify with what Brian Laundrie might be dealing with tonight, 1 month into being a fugitive, based on your experience of 2 years?
Yeah, I can definitely identify, with him. I think when I was a fugitive, the first couple months were the hardest, those first couple weeks into 2-3 months. That's when you don't really know, you don't really know what's going on. There's a lot of paranoia. You kind of think the cops are around every corner. You kind of think, the cops know everything, at first. It takes a while to kind of, ease into that lifestyle. So I believe right now he's very paranoid and really looking over his shoulder.
So if that's the case, does that last? Does the paranoia last, or do you eventually get kind of comfy in your new skin? And do you let your guard down?
No, you do let your guard down. It took me about 5 or 6 months, because after 5 or 6 months, if you last that long, you kind of realize, like, maybe law enforcement is not going to find me, if I don't slip up, if I don't, give them a break, because a lot of the times that's what they're kind of looking for. They're looking for that break. They're looking for that one slip up. And then once they find it, I mean, they're going to pounce on you.
I would think, Michael Bork, that in your, business as, creating basically the behavioral unit of the US Marshals, that would be really important, wouldn't it? That waiting for that moment, almost letting them hang themselves, waiting for them to get comfy, or waiting for them to miss their old lives. That just sounds normal to me. Does that play right?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. You should consider joining our unit at some point, because that's exactly what we do. The deputies are out there. They're constantly putting that pressure on those fugitives. So they don't. They're relentless. They don't let up at all. They are, 24/7. They're out there looking for these fugitives. So it really is almost an unfair power balance in that they're waiting for the fugitives to slip up, as Seth said, or become a bit complacent, at which time all those pressures come to bear and they make an apprehension.
So, Michael, what do you think the first mistake Brian Laundrie might make, if in fact he's on the run? Listen, there's a couple of variables, right? He could be dead, but he could just be out there. What do you think, based on what little we know of him, what might be one of his first mistakes?
It's hard to say. Sometimes when we try to predict behavior like that, we're really off base, because it's the emotional ties that sometimes pull people back into their life and have them make a mistake. It's not so much the that they're need to find a place to get something to eat, or they're stopped by an officer for trespassing or something like that. It's wanting to attend a funeral of a loved one, or attend the graduation of their adult child, or something that sort of tugs at their heartstrings. And I think for Brian, his world right now is in a state of chaos. His support system is gone. He doesn't have the same methods to communicate with people. He doesn't have the same ways to alleviate stress. The ways he used to deal with stress have been taken away. So as the stress increases and his coping, strategies decrease, it'll be interesting to see how that manifests, and I do believe he'll make a mistake in the next few months.
So, Seth, I found it fascinating to learn that your mom would send you brownies to a mailbox, which is just astounding to me, and that you also had a chance to speak with her on the phone about once a month via payphone. I get it from where you were that would be possible, but I can understand how the authorities didn't have eyes on her to see where she was mailing these things or to see the phone calls that she was receiving. How did that slip by them?
Yeah, they actually, the US Marshals visited my mom once a month, you know, at her home. And they would actually come and knock on the door, you know, and say, hey, you know, do you know where your son is? Has he contacted you? And my mom would tell them straight up. She would say, I don't know where my son is. But if I did know where my son is, I wouldn't tell you. You know, so that was kind of how it went. But yeah, you know, it's like anything, man. You know, parents love their kids. Like even Brian Laundrie, his parents love him. You know, so I believe, you know, they're going to help him and they're going to do whatever they can to help him stay free.
So it sounds like you have some sympathy for them because you've been in that boat. Did you deliberately keep information from your mother so that she wouldn't be complicit or you know, be, you know, exposed to harboring?
Oh, yeah, like I wouldn't give her my address, where I'm staying, or let her know exactly where I'm staying. Yeah, because I wouldn't want her to have that information, you know, because if she was in a situation, you know, where they were pressing her, I mean, if she doesn't know anything, then she can't help them.